We have tried to live a Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Yes, greetings, my people. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, in any part of the world you are. You're welcome to another episode of Nigeria Deserves Better. And I'm your host, Ikay. Well, today, the 5th of March 2022, I'll be touching on the topic, the role Nigeria is playing in this Russian-Ukrainian conflict and what is going to cost us. Why am I so particular about that? I'm saying this as a concerned Nigerian. Whatever may have led to the war is not something we're going to delve into, but from both sides there are casualties, and we pray, and I implore all Christians across the globe to keep praying for this to peacefully come to an end. That said, I'm concerned about my country, Nigeria. Some of you were witnesses to an agreement reached between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Russian Federation in terms of reviving the Ajaokuta Steel Company. And when the Ajaokuta Steel Company, about 3 or 4 years ago, our dear President Muhammad Buhari and the Russian President Vladimir Putin were together in Sochi, and they signed a contract aimed at reviving the Ajaokuta Steel Company. It is a very giant feat, welcomed by Nigerians far and wide. The Russians accepted to revive Ajaokuta and put it back. If I may recall, about 43 years ago, precisely somewhere early in 1984, the Ajaokuta Steel Company principally became dysfunctional. And that was why the need to revive it is there. AFREXIMBANK took it up. The Russian Engineering and Construction Group, MetProm, took it up. But unfortunately, for them to take over and come over to Nigeria and start doing it, we all know the effects of COVID-19 for the past 2-3 years. And that sort of delayed it. Howbeit, this is a project that is signed that will accumulate. There was even a AFREXIMBANK ready to give surplus of 1.4 billion for the revival of Ajaokuta. Ajaokuta is important to Nigeria because it is supposed to be a steel complex, that if revived will become the technological nerve center for Nigeria and to a larger extent the whole of West Africa. We know very well that it was the USSR then, which Russia has inherited, that actually made this Ajaokuta. They built it from zero, and Ajaokuta started functioning as far back as 1983. Ajaokuta was already functioning. People were running 3 shifts. Shift 1, shift 2, shift 3. And Ajaokuta was functioning. We were producing wire rods. We were producing structural rods, 320 millimeters diameter. We were producing all sorts of rods for building materials, everything. Ajaokuta was functional. Until the advent of the military intervention of President Muhammadu Buhari. 1984, Ajaokuta was knocked off the grounds and everything stopped there. Now, I think it was in 2017 or 2018, he came when there was Russia-Africa Summit. It was in Sochi. The good news that Ajaokuta was coming up, revival of Ajaokuta, everything. People became happy and people joined. People were happy that at least Ajaokuta was coming up. The contract was signed. And one would have said, okay, I mean, this is a country that has a purpose, you know what it's doing. We all talked good about it. We were very happy about it. And what is it again? The same Buhari, in my own opinion, has already punctuated that contract. You ask me how, I tell you how. A few days ago in the United Nations, there was a vote on this Russian-Ukrainian conflict. And my dear country, Nigeria, went and voted. I mean, you know you have such a huge contract that Russians are going to revive in Nigeria for you. And let me make it very clear. Ajaokuta Steel Company initially was started working under the Soviet, and it was the Russians that have been operating it. No other country can take off from there because the various tanks, the machineries inside are Russian made. They are all from Soviet Union. No other country. Because if it was possible, Americans would have gone in, British people, all this. It was not possible for them. Then you, as the president, you went and voted against that same country that will be reviving Ajaokuta for you. Does that make sense? How can you take side? Why didn't you at least be neutral? I thought some countries, when they do their things, they do it in such a way that you have to do it according to your own interest. It's all about interest. The geopolitics of today's world, it's all about interest. What is your interest? We have this huge project that the life of Nigeria technologically depends on. It's not important. to have been considered while going to United Nations to cast that vote. Why? Nigeria, I believe, would have just taken a neutral stand because we are talking about our own personal interest, just like any other country that is civilized and intelligent. You put your interests first. But no. Yeah, there was condemnation and all these things, but that would have been enough. Why going to cast that vote? What for? India abstained. There's so many other countries abstain. Why didn't you abstain? Why didn't my country, Nigeria, abstain? Abstain from it. Don't cast the vote. I think certain things happen. I really wonder what is our politics all about. The same man that stopped Ajaokuta in 1984 has now come again in 2022 by this simple act to stop the same Ajaokuta. Does he want the technological development of Nigeria? Of course, I don't think he does. Because if he did, he would have had a stand that Nigeria should not vote on that. He would have played a neutral part and achieved that we were supposed to have achieved. My brothers and sisters, I really don't know where we're going with the kind of politics we're playing in Nigeria. I really don't know how long we will sheepishly be dependent or rather brainwashed by the Western propaganda and mentality. If America tells us to eat shit, we'll eat shit. If it tells us to stand there, we stand there. If UK tells us to do this, we do this. What kind of puppet government are we running in Nigeria? Is it not high time that we start being decisive? Pains, it hurts. It hurts, really. Well, I have been watching again the developments and what has been going on, how Africans have been complaining in the border of Poland or Romania, wherever they are, people that were leaving um, Ukraine because of the conflict and moving to other places. Honestly, believe you me, I feel for all of you. I feel for you from the bottom of my heart. And I am happy at least Nigerian government has started taking its citizens home. I give kudos to them. But where they go wrong, I will always say it out. There is a problem I want every young Nigerian man or woman, student or hustler who lives the four shores of Nigeria coming out to abroad. Please and please, in any country you find yourself, first of all, try to learn the language. It's very important. You must have to master that language so that you know when they tell you to run, you can run. Tell you to stop, you stop. All those things they were saying, because we are blacks, this and there might be one or two. Of course, there is tension everywhere. People are, but I can tell you for sure that the major problem has been communication. Communication. Even it happens in Russia here too. You see somebody coming here, staying already 9, going to 10 years. He doesn't even understand come in Russian language. Why? A Nigerian will leave the shores of Nigeria, come to outside Nigeria, You are not interested in learning the language. Why? Is it not for your own good? At least you can be able to interact. Learn the culture of the people. Understand how they behave. Interrelate with them. For you to have an idea where you are. It's not everything, the next thing you associate that with racism. Most often, it depends on our behavioral pattern. Because Nigeria is such a place where they might tell you, here in Europe, you know the importance of ladies first. They respect their women. They respect children first. They respect their women. They might tell you to wait, let the ladies go in. The next thing you start shouting, did you see any man there? You see their men helping their ladies. You see their men helping their children. But you want to enter first. It does not concern you. Haba, let us grow. Let us grow. While you pass through an institution, you allow that institution to pass through you. While you enter a country, you allow the culture of that country to pass through you so that you understand it better. Both of them will imbibe in you. I've been watching these things happening. I've been seeing the complaints everywhere. I've made calls. I've interacted with a lot of them. The same thing. And this is what I am making that where the problem is. Lack of communication. In Nigeria, men are respected. Women are not even respected. So you export that ideology, that stupidity from your place and bring it to Europe, and you want it to be the way it's supposed to be. No, my brother. They have theirs. They have theirs. Let it sink into your brain. I'm not saying there are not pockets of racism. Of course, they're everywhere. There are pockets of racism. But first behave. First behave. It's important you do that. Like I said, I'm going to be very short. It's not a long speech. And I've always concentrated everything that I want to always talk concerns me, my people, Nigeria. It bothers me. It worries me. And I will make it very clear that all the advisors of Nigerian government, all the people holding different offices, please and please, there should be education of our people, especially when they're going out. Parents, take care of orientating your children. All this wild attitude leads us to nowhere. It cannot sustain us. And the youths, if you know any bad attitude you have that you brought from Nigeria, please drop it the shores of the ocean there and go to anywhere you want to go. It will help you. It will help you a lot, whether you're a student or a worker, anything you're doing. Money is not everything. Decent life is important. When you're leaving the shores of Nigeria, behave. I know a lot of you that are here in Russia, for instance, you don't even have medical insurance. You don't have medical insurance. If anything happens, how do you go to hospital? How do you? Who attends to you? Nigerian community has already made this thing easier for people. Take it up. No, but you prefer to waste your money on frivolities. Please and please, anywhere you find yourself outside the shores of Nigeria, even to neighboring countries to Nigeria, Benin Republic, Togo, Ghana, Sierra Leone, anywhere, please behave yourself. Stop that wild attitude. It can't lead you to anywhere. Stop it. You don't need any President Buhari to help you on that. You don't need any governor to help you on that. You are the person that needs it. Understanding yourself that you are an ambassador of Nigeria. You are an ambassador. Anywhere you are an ambassador of Nigeria. Anything you do, you are an ambassador of Nigeria. Today you might be young. Tomorrow you will definitely get older. Yes. If you go to Rome, behave as the Romans do. You don't need to be taught that. You come to any country that is non-English speaking, please and please take your time and learn the language. At least the one for you to be able to communicate comfortably. You can't just come and say, I don't like the language. If you hate somewhere, you've lost it. Nothing good can bless you from that land. You must show love to that land before you get the best out of that land. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. On that note, I thank you for your time. Once again, it's my usual program, Nigeria Deserves Better. Today, you can always get us on YouTube. The link is there. On Twitter, you can get us. The link is there. You go to YouTube, you listen to the messages, go to Facebook, listen to the messages. And before I go, I thank you for bringing out your time to listen to me this night. Albeit, thank you. And may God bless you richly. Bye for now.
We have tried to live a Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the